Hey everybody, it's Starlights Man, and today we're going to be doing a new airport update. This will be a fictional model airport that I pretty much just created. We've got that same airport map that you've probably seen a few times before. But yeah, ever since I did that big model airport project for, I think it was Chicago, it's just been kind of me thinking, brainstorming what other ideas I could come up with that aren't really as big, but just kind of get use of this, one of my better airport mats. This one I got maybe under a year ago from Airport Diorama Designs, and they do a really cool job on these full-size foils. So yeah, I'm going to be using this probably for the future, and this could be like a series of fictional airport updates, and a few models in here are ones that I generally don't take out, so they're kind of more of my rare, kind of batch of models, so you get to see that. But yeah, we're going to be going through this fictional model airport update. As for the past couple weeks, I've been pretty busy with the start of school, and got a lot of family members in Florida at the moment dealing with Hurricane Irma. So it's been tough over the past couple weeks, but just getting back into the schedule, back into the old habits. So yeah, we're going to be starting with this airport update. We got, like I said, a bit more of, I guess, a variety of models here that maybe you wouldn't see in an actual airport, which is obviously why it's fictional. But for example, we have an Air New Zealand A320 directly next to an American A321. You just don't see that. Pretty much, you probably wouldn't see that any airport except for the Airbus, factories in Toulouse or that one in Hamburg. So yeah, we're going to be starting with this update. Let's first move over to the cargo. This is basically not really a hub, but I've got two Airbridge cargo aircraft here, and pretty much I just wanted to include both of them because I don't really show both of them at the same time. I don't think I've ever done that. But I've always had the 747-400 for a while now, so I get to show that, and he's right next to the 747-8. So yeah, I got those two Airbridge cargo aircraft. They're both made by Phoenix Models, and they're pretty much the main cargo source for this airport. And if I had a location for this airport, I'd probably say it's maybe Southern California. I mean, that's a very basic, stereotypical location, but yeah, I mean, maybe somewhere a little more to the west of that. I don't really know, because we do have Hawaiian Airlines in here too, so it's more of a tropical area, maybe towards, not quite Australia, but definitely a little bit more north than that, probably towards the US. Maybe in Hawaii itself, it could be another area. But over here, we're actually going to move over here. We're going to go and get this Qantas 767-200, which is actually, in my opinion, I think a very rare model these days. I've actually had this one for maybe 10 years or so. I don't actually know. But I've always carried it around with me, and I pretty much never showed it. And it's this Gemini Jets 1400 Qantas 767-200. And it's just coming in from Sydney right now. Moving on with the terminal, we've got one aircraft taxiing. Got a Qatar Airways 777-300ER in the One World livery just taxiing for a flight out to Doha. So yeah, moving on with the terminal here, we got a variety of obviously our wide body carriers and narrow bodies over there. So let's get this started. We got Lufthansa 747-400. He'll be doing his long haul flight to Frankfurt. We got a Singapore Airlines A340-500. Now this is another one that I pretty much never show, and it's the Phoenix Models version of this aircraft. It came out, I think it was probably over a year ago, but it's a really cool model, and also the box is kind of commemorated to this aircraft being the last aircraft that operated the longest flight in the world previously, which I think was Newark, Singapore, or Newark, Singapore. So I think this was the aircraft that operated that flight, and since then Singapore has retired the A340-500s, I believe. So really cool model though. I've just always kept it on display, so cool to actually show it. And here it is. It's going to be operating a flight to Singapore later on. Here we have a Swiss A340-500. Sorry, not 500. Swiss A340-300. He'll be doing a service to Zurich. Next to him, the Asiana 777-200. Great model. Doing a flight to Seoul. Over here we have a TAP Portugal A330-200 doing a service over to Lisbon. Got a WOW Air A330-300 doing a flight to Reykjavik. Next to him, the Cathay Pacific 777-300ER with a service to Hong Kong. Over here we have United 777-200ER. He's just arriving in from Chicago, O'Hare. He'll be parking at a gate. Over here we got a British A380. He'll be doing a long flight to London. So that's, I guess, one of the more popular destinations of this airport. Just decided to include that 380 in here. Next to him, we got an Air France 777-200 doing a flight to Paris Charles de Gaulle. And over here at the stands, we have a few stands, total of 5. The truth is, for my last airport, I actually had to take out two of the stands, so the one's closest to the runway. So that one over there I've tried to paste back, but it's kind of gone wrong, but you know, I'll just have to leave it there for now. And this one looks a little bit better, but as you can see, it's not quite in there. But anyways, one model on here is on the stands. He's got an Air New Zealand 777-300DR doing a service to Auckland. Here we have a JAL, or Japan Airlines 777-300DR, doing a service to Tokyo Narita. Virgin Atlantic A340-300. Don't really take this one out that often either. It's a pretty cool model though. I've always had it for a while, so we'll be doing a flight to London Heathrow. And lastly, the Emirates A380. You actually don't see this model a lot either. I just don't take these out, you know. I've always had them in my collection. But yeah, you got an Emirates A380 doing a service to Dubai, of course. And yeah, we're gonna actually move back around here so we can get the rest of these narrow bodies. So yeah, we got, actually over here we got a Brussels Airlines A330-300. He's parked at that wide body gate doing a service to Brussels, of course. Then moving on, we got an American 737-800. He'll be doing a flight to Dallas-Fort Worth. Over here we have a Iceland Air 757-200 with an non-stop service to Reykjavik in the Hekla Aurora livery, as you can see. Got another American 737-800. He'll be doing a flight over to LA, and the American A321 with an non-stop service to Phoenix. Over here, directly next to that, we have the Air New Zealand A320 with Sharklets non-stop service to Christchurch, and then the Virgin Blue. This is actually this is an interesting model because it is made by Phoenix Models as well. But I've had this one for maybe over 5 years. I don't actually know, but this is a Virgin Blue 737-700. It's in the old livery back in the days when Virgin Blue actually existed. So the airline doesn't actually exist these days, and this is the 737-700. And as you can see, it's got that old number on it. I've had it in my collection for a while now, so I just decided to include it in this update. But yeah, I think it's pretty rare. I basically have never seen anybody else own it. So yeah, that's the Virgin Blue 737-700. Oh, and what's its destination? Say be heading over to Sydney. Over here we have JetBlue A320. I actually ran out of gates. I couldn't find any others, so he doesn't have a gate. But JetBlue A320 in the FDNY livery doing a service to Long Beach. Over here we have a Alaska 737-700 doing a service to Seattle, Tacoma. And next to him, the Hawaiian 717 non-stop service to, yeah, let's go with Maui. And over here we got the, yeah, we already did the Air France, didn't we? So that's pretty much it for the terminal itself. All the models we got there. And then just taking off right now is a Hawaiian A330-200. He'll be doing that longer flight over to Honolulu, so carrying more passengers for that. And that's pretty much going to wrap up this update. I've kind of packed up my other stuff and just sort of thought, yeah, let's kind of scale it down a little bit and get out these kind of rarer models that I just haven't really shown in any other videos, particularly like model airport videos, because it's basically based on kind of real world airports. And obviously because Virgin Blue doesn't exist anymore, I've basically never shown that model. And Singapore A340-500, you know, those don't fly these days. So yeah, I mean, that's a pretty interesting update. I thought we got a good variety of models. I'll got that Qantas 762 over there too, so that's interesting. But that's pretty much it for this update, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. It might be a little bit of a series. I might get some more other aircraft than mine in here, maybe shake it up a little bit. Have to see what happens. That's going to be it for this update, guys. I want to thank you very much for watching. Yeah, just please comment, like, subscribe. We hit over that 1,000 subscriber mark a couple weeks ago, so that's been exciting. And yeah, let's keep it going. Thanks very much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.